Hello and welcome to my second video. Today we are going to talk about the ABC hobby Grande Gambado. In principle, this is a 1/10 scale touring car with a wheelbase of 260 millimeters. So it's a full-size touring car. From the layout, you can see that the motor is behind the front axle, which is pretty unique for front-wheel drive touring car. On the other hand, the suspension is something pretty interesting. You have a McPherson suspension on the front and on the rear, so the springs are separated from the dampers. From the base layout, the battery is quite in the center. It's transversely placed, so you can use either full-size 2S lipos or shorty lipo, which you can see here. I have some special made 3D printed battery holders to accommodate this battery. I'm racing the TOS, so the Tony Sport On-Road Series 13.5 turn class with this car. So this is a much more fleeter ZX 13.5 turn motor. The gearing is 5.0 in that class. The minimum weight is 1250 grams. So including this Montech WR1 body, the total weight is about 1260 grams. Additionally, I've put 10 grams of weight in the front bumper, so I principally can meet the minimum weight requirements. The basic build-up of this chassis is a little bit different to the ones on the market. We have FRP or glass fiber chassis plate on the bottom, and the rest is made of glass fiber reinforced plastic. So it's really well done. It's quite rigid, so you don't have to worry that it's breaking because it's plastic or something like that. Then the gearbox is completely sealed, so you can also drive it on a little bit dusty roads without being worried for your gears. So it's protected by a pin, and you can remove the front cover, and then you can get access to the pinion gear and to the spur gear. You can adjust the droop on this car. The screws are on the lower side. You can adjust the toe in. If you have the adjustable turnbuckles, you can adjust the camber through the suspension bolts on the bottom. Of course, you can adjust ride height by inserting spacers under the springs. You can adjust the damper by putting different damper oils in it. That's pretty all the factors or the parameters you can set on this car. From the tuning parts, I've included some parts which in my opinion are pretty important to take the full performance of this car. That's, for example, some low friction guides for the pistons, for the suspension pistons. Then it's of course the springs, so I drive the yellow springs on the rear, the blue springs on the front. Then I've replaced the stock O-rings on the dampers. There I use much more 50 Shore white sealings. Then I have included a Tamiya or square servo horn. So it's an aluminum servo horn which you put additionally on the stock Servosaver. It has a little bit less loose, so it's more easy to drive. Then finally, last tuning part you can see is the aluminum steering. This really eliminates the play in the whole steering and makes the car also much more easy to drive. I actually offer this car as a special edition RS, including all these tuning parts, where also the front turnbuckles are included. Normally it's a rigid connection. Here you can see it's a turnbuckle, so you can adjust the toe in. Same on the rear. I have some special turnbuckles on with some ball connectors, so you can adjust the toe in pretty nice. That's principally all in tuning what I have in this car. On this car I'm using Montech WR1 body, which is looking like that. In my opinion, it's pretty nice looking body, which is definitely different from the classic touring car bodies like Proreform or like the others from Montech also. If I take it off, you can see the chassis. There's also, by the way, the small ABC Hobby Gambado, which is principally the same car, but it's 210mm wheelbase, so it's M chassis size. Of course, different bodies will fit on that. Today we are talking about the 260mm wheelbase variant. So this is the full-size touring car size. The Grande Gambado is available from €199. For that money you get a competitive car, which is easy to maintain and also easy to set up. I'm pretty happy with the performance, despite it was not clearly designed to be a competition race car. That's one point why this car, or because the car is quite cheap, it's suitable to use it also for hobby racers and of course like me, or like I prefer to use it on a racetrack. It's available at RC Kleinkram. It's the online shop from Stefan Klein. So the link is t2shop.de, or you can also buy it on my web shop on sakaguchinetshop.com. Principally, that was all regarding the tunings I'm using on this car. I hope to see you on a track soon. Bye bye.